everyone. It's Sunday. It's just after 5 p.m. I just got home from work, and I think we'll do some trimming since we got some light to work with today. Clean everything out of these pots and get them ready to bring them in. Maybe we'll start with my pomegranate here. And there's a few others we need to do. We'll try and get through them one at a time. Alright, everyone. I got my tools ready. I shed some of my work clothes, got some supper. Make sure the frame's okay there. Hopefully you can see everything. Brought the dog for a run and need something to kneel on. Yeah. Ugh. So I'm gonna clean my pomegranate, and I noticed the bark's starting to actually get a bark to it. Hopefully we don't get too many interruptions this video. So I'm just gonna pull the weeds quickly here. There's lots of these willow things in here, but I kept some already, so I don't know. I don't think I will. I think I'll let these ones go. I've got probably 10 or 15 of them now. There's dandelions in here, and they're the ones with the big taproot. I got a lot of these little clovers in here too. Can't remember what the type is, but we have them all over the place. And I like them. They actually stay miniature in the pots, and they get these really cute little yellow flowers, so I'm just gonna leave them. I didn't get a single root from these dandelions, which means I'll be plucking them again this winter. That's okay. I'm hoping the moss stays this year. Usually I can keep it till the first snow. And then as soon as the first snow hits, like, all the moss inside the house dies all at once, just overnight, and that's it. So hopefully this year I'll be able to figure out what the heck and get that sorted out, because I'd love the moss to stay. There are like a million of these little trees in here. I'm not sure where they seeded from. A lot of weeds in here. It's amazing what a summer outside does. Woohoo! I got one! There's a dandelion root. Missed the tip, but that's okay. Aha! Maybe if this little clover takes over. If the clover takes over, maybe I won't get so many weeds. I can't believe how many of these little trees there are. Almost there. Just all these little trees. Ooh, seed pods. All right. Oops, I missed one. 2, 3. Shh, don't tell anybody. Oh, another one of those little trees. I'll see what they turn into. The ones I kept are pretty big now. Okay. Weeded enough for me. I want to keep my little clovers in there. Here comes the ATVs, maybe. Better the kids are outside than playing them video games inside, let me tell you. At some point I probably should landscape this, eh? Not today though. Maybe another time. Alright, let's see what we can do with these branches here. So, I gotta show you the bark on this thing. I was actually surprised to see bark. Give me a chance to make sure you guys can even see. And the curious dog there. So I'll just zoom you in. Oops, I missed. There we go. Now check that out. Isn't that neat? Hard to see, I guess, eh? That's kind of cool. I wasn't expecting that. So these guys are about 2 now, I guess. All my pomegranates. Oh, zoom out. Aha. Oh, I've got you guys on an angle now. How about that? Oops. As long as you can see what I'm doing, that's all good. Hopefully it's not too dark. It's gonna get dark fast now. What was I doing? Branches! So I've got some branches I noticed that are all teed off here and thick on one side, thin on the other. Some of these branches are getting right thick. Very vigorous. That's good considering it had a pretty rough start. So this bottom branch here, I let it grow to thicken up the trunk. I don't know if I want a branch that low. I'm thinking of having the branches start up here, or maybe even a little higher as the tree gets older. It's kind of developing its own shape. It's always kept the basic shape. And this branch too, it comes up. It doesn't come out like all these branches come out. This one just goes kind of straight up. I think I had a branch there before that I cut off. I don't know. These branches are all so nice. Well, I'm going to start making decisions, I guess. Should it stay or should it go? I'm not a good singer, especially when I have a cold. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to take this one off. It's too low for what I want. Just like that. Now I can root these as cuttings, but I already have a zillion of them, so no. Just going to clean this up a little bit. Hopefully it heals over nice. All right. So the next couple of branches up, these two are really close together. There's a nice thick one that's one higher, and one that matches it a little bit higher, and I like the spacing of them. So I'm going to take this little one off. So I've got this branch here that matches these two, and then this tiny little one that's kind of off kilter a little bit there. I'm going to take this smaller one off. Doesn't leave much for the back, but I'm sure something else will come up. Back or front or whatever that is. Might actually be a front. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it looks like the apex got weak. I bet you it got broke when the greenhouse went over it, so the branches took off like apexes. So we'll have to take those way, way back. And then leave the apex alone, maybe. Thicken it up. So this rocket branch here, it has a branch growing to the inside that will cut out of there. And there's two shoots. They're all growing on the inside for some reason. And I need to bring it way back. So this one's growing sort of out the side, so I'm going to take a chance and bring it back to there maybe. This one here seems to bud back quite a bit, so yeah, I think I'll do it. Just like that. Whole nother tree come off of there. Oh, I better check to make sure I didn't stop the recording. That's all I need. Alright. Yeah. So, now we have our apexes here, a little bit taller than our branch now. That's good. So we've got to bring this one down. So there's a split here and everything to the inside. I'll bring this one back to here for now, because I can't really see what's going on. This one's not quite the inside, but I'm going to bring it right back to first two big leaves there. This one I'm going to bring back to here. Oopsie. And then these ones back to the first few leaves, even though these ones are branching off a bit, but we gotta curtail this growth a little bit. Now there's this one branch here. Wondering if I should bring it right back to this. I like waiting for buds to come back so that I can bring them back to the buds. Especially since I'll be transferring this in the house now. So that was growing inside and I just didn't like it at all. So I'm going to leave that like this. So there's one sort of to the inside. Hopefully I'll get some growth out this way. This one here, hopefully it'll bush out. And this one here, I'll wait for it to bud and see where it goes. Hopefully it comes out this way. Otherwise I'll give it a chop. And judging by how these branches are, I think my canopy is going to be about here. So we'll see if we can get that apex regrown properly. Looks like the top of it has not survived. That's why it's so thin here. It tapers so quickly. And this one here, there's a bunch of tiny little buds. I'm going to bring it back to this one branch just to be safe, because these buds, one is yellowing and I want to take a chance. I'll be trimming it in the house pretty quick, so I don't think it'll be too much of a worry. And this one has a really nice spot to cut it off right here. And we'll just curtail this one a little bit to there. Well, that's taken a little bit off, eh? So this one here, there's two branches coming from the same spot over here. And I might like this one in this spot better than this one in this spot. So I'm going to leave it and see what it does before I cut it off. I can always cut it off anytime. But this one that's going straight through the middle of the tree is definitely coming off. Just like that. And then these ones I'll bring back. Oh boy, that's compacting it a little bit more, eh? Take that right off. Take that back a little bit. Tiny little branch. So now I gotta figure out how to get the apex going. So I think I'll cut it and I'll try and get this branch here up as the apex. So what I might have to do actually is cut this other branch off here and let this one go. I think that would be the best one to get started anyway. Just like that. And then hopefully it'll raise up and become the apex. And there's this leggy little branch back here. It's kind of interfering with the other one. I'm going to take it off and the bud beside it. I know it looks kind of silly, but because of what happened with the greenhouse this spring, really affected everything with a few trees. So we just have to kind of work with it. Now these two are close together. I'm not sure what I'll do with that yet. This one might even come off. I'll see what happens. There's a few buds up here. We'll see what they do first. Yeah. This thing's just chugging along. And I mean, compared to the other ones. Oh, hopefully it's not too dark for you. Let's, whoopsie. There we go. Let's turn on a light and bring you guys a little bit closer. There. So these are some of the larger ones from the same fruit as this guy. And you can see, I mean, there's a huge difference, and they were treated the same. I mean, now this guy's in a bigger pot, but it was always way bigger right from the get-go, even when it was in a cup. It's amazing the differences. I find it quite fascinating. And it looks kind of silly now, but we'll see when it grows in. Actually, I really don't like that. Yeah, I'm going to take that off. I don't like it. If this one was in a better place, I'd cut it right back to that. But there's some buds here. Well, there's a bud here. So most likely I'll cut back to that later. So I guess this is it. It's going to be canopy here. That's going to be this tree, I guess. And we'll see how it thickens up and develops. It'd be nice for all these little buds that are on the branches to come out and have branches here. That'd be cool. Yeah. I guess that's it. Take you guys out of the holder here. All the little clovers. I know, they're weeds, but I like them. That is so cool, that bark. Look at that. Let me see if I can zoom in here. There, you can see it really good now. Look at that. It's starting to get bark. My little tiny seedling is getting bark. Isn't that wicked? Huh. I love it. Yep. So I'll get this one inside and give everything else a little water and go from there. The next one will probably be this one that I trim up and get inside. So we're going to have about 2 or 3 days of warm. It's actually kind of warm right now. Let me see the temperature here. Yep. Look on that nice temperature. So we're not going to get freezes overnight for a little while. And I was hoping to be a little bit more prepared so that I could landscape my $50 challenge. But Work is crazy. And then I still got all these guys to go. So I'm going to water everything, and we gotta do my big boy. Rain. Well, that's it for now. Thanks for watching, everybody. Be safe out there.